Hey, is that Morgan that I see over there? For some reason, my screen ain't let me scroll all the way up. Hey, Morgan. Hey,
Hi,
Mirage.
Morgan.
Hey, Nifty Raven. And
Hey,
Hi,
how's
there's
it going?
another
everyone.
profile. I can't see. Oh, Synth. Hey, Synth. I guess we can give it 2 more minutes, and then we'll start up. But I appreciate you guys coming by. The space is actually designed for Sunny. This is all for Sunny today. I felt, she deserves to get some recognition and some support in her own vision and endeavors in the Ravencoin project. Uh, she expressed to me she had ideas when she first got into Ravencoin, and I'm just doing my best to help fulfill her vision for how she wants to participate and engage with the Ravencoin community. So we'll just give it a little bit, and then she'll take the floor and start going over all that.
So maybe I'll just sort of jump in now, and if new people come into the room, then I can just reiterate if needed, especially if we haven't seen them in the community before. But yes, just to reiterate what Sir Crown just said, he's doing a great job in helping me fulfill my vision of the reason why I came into the Ravencoin community and sort of what my overall goal is and why I decided to start participating through first just buying I shouldn't say just buying NFTs, but my reason for buying NFTs was that I thought it would be a great way to make some noise around Ravencoin, to tweet around it because everyone likes pictures, and I thought that that would just be a great way to essentially make some noise around Ravencoin, since we are Ravencoin and we don't have a quote unquote marketing department. But the best marketing you can have is by having everyone who has skin in the game. So, yeah, so that was my idea behind, you know, building out this WAGMI NFT, which was first just, intentionally meant to be a gallery and, to do some giveaways from and to have a GM gallery. But now, Sir Crone is helping me to see sort of the bigger picture here, which is that we have an opportunity to really make Ravencoin NFTs mainstream because they are so user friendly. And having a platform like WAGMI NFT helps the new people come into the space and learn how to mint their first NFT. And I see actually a new person in here called Pinwheel. I haven't seen you before, and I want to welcome you to the room and to Ravencoin NFTs in particular. So yeah, so we have in the pinned chat. I have a grab bag, and it essentially goes back to what my original purpose for. Because as everyone knows, I have a lot of NFTs, and one of the NFTs that I've going to be giving away my first foul punk. I have a lot of foul punks, and it doesn't make any sense for me to have them all. So I wanted not all, but a percent of them that I want to be able to spread out this message. And I think that the foul punks are also a great project that tell the early story of the people in the Ravencoin community. And I think that they already are iconic. They're the number one NFT project on Ravenist. And I want to do a giveaway, or not, excuse me, not a giveaway, but I want to put it as part of a grab bag, which will essentially mean that it's a really good opportunity if somebody wants to either hold it or resell it. And I want to put it out there in the wild, and for the purpose of essentially getting some noise around Ravencoin NFTs, and especially our iconic ones and our OG ones. So yeah, that's the purpose behind the grab bag, and I have that in the pinned tweet, and I'm going to be posting it for sale as a silent auction on the WAGMI NFT website. And so we'll have a minimum bid, but the purpose is to get it out in the wild.
We're doing silent auction, or we're gonna do just buy now. I
Well,
don't know
I
if
guess,
we can do
yeah.
silent auction.
Oh, okay. I'm glad the developer's
Yeah,
in here right now. Yeah.
yeah. I
Okay,
think we
so
were
then we'll
just
have to do, yeah.
yeah, we were gonna figure out like a number that makes sense, because we definitely want it where if someone gets it, they can easily like take those NFTs and double their money at minimum. We're not really doing this to make money, like Sunny said. We're doing it. Everything we're doing is literally just to keep promoting marketing and introducing different techniques, different marketing opportunities, different engagement styles for Ravencoin, just to show how even though the blockchain works in such a simple way, you're gonna have such intricate, interesting and creative ways of utilizing the blockchain to your creative desires, your visions, your artistic purposes, and we're just trying to explore every single possible direction we can go with it. So like right now we have Nifty Raven NFTRVN.net doing their heist project. I believe they already started sending out the heist NFTs, and I think it's just time release. Once they hit a certain time, they pop open and you see what you got. This is kind of like that, where you don't know what's in it. It's just a collection of NFTs that we're kind of putting together to help those artists gain more exposure by being part of this grab bag, and it's just a mystery of what's going to be in there. So when someone buys the listing, buys the quote unquote token off the WAGMI site, they're just going to get delivered to their wallet, all 10 NFTs that are in this quote unquote grab bag, and we won't reveal what's in there until post purchase. I think Sonny wanted to make the auction, not the auction, the listing available sometime today. We just wanted to introduce and see, the kind of response we get with it, and then we were gonna open up the listing probably during or after this space. So if anybody's any questions, I think everyone can talk now. I hope.
So there's 10 NFTs inside of one grab bag.
Yes, and we're gonna.
Do we have
It's nothing like yours where like you click on it and it pops up.
Oh no, I'm not worried about any of that.
Yeah.
So is there? I'm just asking a question. Is there? So there's 10 NFTs inside of one. Do we have a price on that?
That we didn't really. We don't want to do it to make money, but we also we can't make it where just anybody can come and grab it. We want, because they're going to be getting really good NFTs. Like just the first two, if you look at the floor prices on the first two, we can't give it away for a couple hundred Raven, but again, that's the beauty of it. You're gonna be able to take that NFT and do what you want with it. Well, 10 NFTs and do what you want. You can hold them, you can list them, and
yeah, and I'm not going to say which foul punk it is, so that it sort of justifies a quote unquote mystery price, and you just don't know what you're going to get, but you know that you're getting a foul punk, and there's only 300 foul punks, and you're going to be getting a backseat, and those are also in limited supply. So yeah, we wanted to. The point of it is that I don't just through the WAGMI NFT website. I don't just want to do giveaways of WAGMI NFTs. My whole purpose for buying more NFTs than I could possibly want to hold for myself was that I would do them in the form of games and giveaways and these sorts of things. So people love games, and our point is to drive people to the website, and that's working so far. With the posts that I've been putting up, with the profiles and the articles. The one on the on SOS's song got a lot of traction. Circrone's post also got a lot of traction. Every one of them is. So it's just really exciting to have a place where people can come and learn more about Ravencoin NFTs. We've got to drive more people to Ravencoin. I see Raven Robos came into the space too. Welcome, Raven Robos. I'll invite you up to speak.
I invited him as well. Hopefully he has some time to talk.
Well, I think the project sounds great. Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing? Hope everyone's good.
Hey, what's up, buddy? How are you?
Doing good myself. Just don't really have too much to say. I just really happy with how everything's going. With everyone's projects. My project, myself. And yeah, I'm just really proud of everyone trying to make this community a bigger place. It's really it's really just really makes me happy, honestly. So yeah, if you haven't already, I think everyone in here has checked out Raven Robos, but if you haven't, for sure go check it out. I think we're around 65% sold out, maybe. I'd say around 65%. So still, I think around 28 Robos left, something like that. So if you haven't, go ahead, check it out. like I've said kind of previously, yeah, there's still a lot of work to be done behind the scenes with what we can do and to give holders back. So we're always working. We're always trying to get that done. But we hope to really kind of start that process once we get closer to selling out. So hopefully in the next few weeks. But that's about it. All I have. But yeah, thank you to everyone.
Yeah, no, thanks for coming. Yeah, just this is what the Woo Mondays are about. Just wake up with WAGMI, just come hang out, talk about your project. So if you want to elaborate more, it's up to you. If you have other projects, like, floor's open to everybody. It's just us chilling in a room, like we're just having coffee together in a way. I gotta say, I am a proud owner of 2 Robos, so thank you.
Yes, I am too.
Let's go.
I am too. Yeah, and minting it was actually really cool, and I liked that that it was just random, and that I just felt good knowing that it was fair and random. So that's a really cool. I like the way you did your minting process.
Yeah, it's really
Props
cool.
to that.
Yeah, that's really how we wanted it to be, just completely random, to give the holders, just a fair chance to get the more rare, less rare Robos. But yeah, to elaborate more, I guess there's the only thing I can really elaborate more on at the moment is we do hope to keep this project around for really just forever, as long as possible. I mean, we plan on hopefully doing a second mint of, second collection that goes with the Robos to somehow, do something with the utility. Of course, we haven't really been thinking too much about that. We've been thinking about other things, but yeah, that's really, we want to keep this project going for as long as we can and keep it giving Raven back to holders for as long as we can. So yeah, I just appreciate y'all for buying the Robos in the first place. So yeah, that's really all I have. But thank y'all so much.
Yeah, but you see, that's the beauty with Ravencoin too. It's like you can just keep building. If let's say you find a hiccup, you can say, all right, hey guys, you know what, this didn't work out. You got your tokens, we're gonna do this now. And as long as you let people know ahead of time that you're still working on it, you're thinking things through, they're investing in you, in the end. It's like when someone buys a piece of art, they're investing in the artist. So if someone makes it just about the NFT, they're kind of falling short with what the reality is for Ravencoin, because in the end, you're helping people. And that's ultimately my goal and Sonny's goal, and mostly everyone that we've been participating with. It's collectively we are Ravencoin. So like recently there was someone mentioning how, like, oh, how come this developer or that developer isn't working on their project? Well, it's because no one has to. You know what I mean? Like, everyone would just walk away, but that's just symbolic of Ravencoin. So the more we build, the more Ravencoin is built. The more people leave, the more Ravencoin stagnates. So there's not one person who's in control of any of this. And that's the beauty of it. It's truly the most, in my mind, like, I guess, as they say, democratic blockchain possible. The people decide the direction. It's not like one person says, okay, tomorrow we're going to wake up and we're going to start doing smart contracts. And everyone's like, oh, okay. Or if someone wakes up tomorrow and says, all right, now Ravencoin, we're going to cut the supply in half. Oh, no. The rules are set. It's in the works. And we just make it work. So that's what I like about it. It's so simple, it's so clean, and there's, really very limited risk in terms of just owning NFTs and assets. Like, it's not like you can have your wallet open on a website and all of a sudden you look and it's empty and you're like, what the hell happened? Oh, you clicked the link. What? So.
Yeah, and that was the other mission of the website too, was to get new artists minting on Ravencoin under their own asset name, because you can buy a main asset right now for 500 Ravencoin, and I think that's what, $11-12 with the price of Ravencoin. So you sort of think of that as your corporate headquarters, and like Sir Crone said, you could build out all your ideas. It's your accounting system. It's your inventory all rolled up into one, and you can see it right there in real time on the blockchain. I mean, it's like and then you can mine the tokens needed to build out that idea on your regular PC. So I know that Sir Crone's a miner, Nifty Raven's a miner. I don't know if other people in the room are, but I know that we've mined. My son was into it for a while, and it's incredible. Like once you see how Ravencoin works, you get it. And Terra just getting torn to shreds, really because of the actions of a few people. The irresponsible actions of a few people, where the power was able to be centralized to the point where they were able to make those kinds of decisions. And it's really scary what can happen. And with Ravencoin, that's impossible. So it's really exciting to be here in the space, and to be a part of NFTs in particular, because I just see the potential of them. And I thank all the artists for putting yourselves out there and breaking these boundaries down.
Very well said. Thank you.
How's your project going, Morgan? What's the latest with you?
She's actually got an auction up on NFT Raven right now. Silent auction. I believe it ends in hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that.
Awesome. Oh, good. Okay, awesome. Let's check that out.
I wonder if anybody's beat out Philly yet.
Not yet.
That's so funny. How's the heist project going? The updates and whatnot. The artists bringing in their art. I know I've submitted a couple pieces.
Yeah, we've gotten probably about 50% of the submissions. Still waiting on a few more artists. But they're coming in. They still have a couple more days to get that in. But as soon as that happens, the mint is just a couple days away.
Yeah, as I kind of said in my in the last space, I think that these sorts of things, because they're so easy to do on Ravencoin, grab bags, heists, loot boxes, these sorts of gamifications of it, but where you can't cheat, is just going to be really huge. And corporations are going to start flying in and taking part of it and donating stuff just so that they can get the attention. Because getting attention from people is really NFTs are such an effective way to do that.
So Crona's over there doing push-ups.
Oh. Hi, Steve. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Morgan. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, sorry I couldn't speak earlier because I'm playing a stupid game right now. So.
What game? What game?
I'm playing Fall Guys. It's you're just a stupid jelly bean, and you just have to run and tumble and just do stupid thing. It's a race. It's funny. But my project is going great. I must say. My other projects are a bit down at the moment. I'm really struggling with an art block, with my drawing stuff myself. I try to, but everything that I make, I don't like it, and I don't have the energy to pick it up back up, but it will pass. I know that, but in the meantime, I was very skeptic about AI, and then I saw all these amazing pieces that Inksworm was making. And then at one point I thought, well, it's free, just give it a shot. And I enjoyed it so much that I decided, well, okay, I'm hooked now. Let's see if I can make something more out of this. I started with one program, and then I went to another program, which I even liked better. It's Midjourney. And I got some pieces out of the 25 tries I got in my free trial, and I decided, well, okay, the pieces that I have now, I will try to sell them, and I will see if they will sell for high enough to get a subscription for a month and to make some more art. So it's basically up to the community to decide with buying my NFTs if I will continue my AI journey or not.
How much is the subscription?
The subscription with unlimited art for a month is $30. But I also want to have the private version of it, because right now you put in your prompts and your keywords in the Discord server, and it's for everybody to see. So everybody can go run with your ideas and your keywords, etc. But if you pay $20 extra, you will get a private server, so nobody can steal your art.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good, because you don't want someone using the same prompts and they start pumping out similar artwork, and then it kind of like makes your collection less valuable, I guess you could say. So finding ways to, I guess, privatize your word phrases and stuff is important.
Yeah, exactly. Because right now the pieces I made are just with some simple short prompts, like the one that is on Nifty Ravens' silence auction right now. It's simply just a raven in armor, and that were all my prompts. And anybody can think of that, but I already have a list for myself, of course, of stuff that I really want to try and want to throw into the program and see what we'll get out of there. But I don't want to share that stuff.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. But no, I love that piece you put up. It's amazing.
Yeah, thank you. I enjoyed making it, and last night I made a piece, and I went into a Discord call with Inks to alter the piece, because yeah, it's always more fun to work and talk with someone, right? And we were just making jokes about that piece, and we really decided that AI is male, because somehow I don't put in any words like breast or big breast ladies, etc. But when I put in a lady in my prompt, I get big boobs. And we are laughing so
Well,
hard about it. It's really funny.
well, no, because they're pulling the image. Aren't they pulling the images off the internet?
I don't know how it works, actually.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, and Inks showed some of her pieces in her private collection with the prompts she used, and I think about 70-80% also had the same issue. Well, I don't think it's an issue, but it's really fun, because my last piece, the lady I made, she's cross-eyed, because one eye was really droopy, so I copy and pasted the other eye, because that eye was beautiful. So she's cross-eyed now, but the first thing I said, well, essentially it doesn't matter. I don't think that people will look at her eyes.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I know I'm like maybe like a couple sentences behind, but you were mentioning something about like when you were typing in the prompts and you were getting like lady figures mostly. So I think, because I did research like how Google's AI art algorithm was working a couple years ago. Remember, like that got pretty popular where people were like, oh, computers making art 24/7. So it's really, believe it or not, it's actually human interaction that causes the AI to pick up on keywords. Like, for example, like let's say you type in, blue pants, and let's say the AI creates an image and you downvote that image. Algorithmically, it remembers that blue pants doesn't link well to that image. So next time someone else types in blue pants, they won't show an image closely related to that first image. They'll slightly change it. So it's almost like a voting process. So every time an image is made, people are agreeing that it matches the words, and algorithmically it remembers all of this stuff. So when it compiles the words, it says, okay, this word matched with this pool of images. This word matches with this pool of images. It more than likely does pick up images from Google, but ultimately it's a sort of like an amalgamation of math, imagery, and user input, but like millions of user input, So it could be a lot of people, because I did notice on the Discord there's a lot of boobs. So the more people upvote, boobs and that image, the math says, okay, it makes sense that this makes sense to match up with the word boobs all the time.
Yeah, but I did not even use the prompt boots, but just if you get a lady and it's just yeah, people are more likely, I think, to pick out the big breasted women. So yeah, that's if you press a female or a goddess, it will have big boobs. But the one of the first pieces I made that was really funny because I made a female. The piece is already sold though, but I made a female and I put it in skull. So her face is a skull, but the rest of her body is not. I had so much fun with it.
Seems pretty exciting. I'm actually thinking of maybe one day like playing with AI and then like doing Photoshop to it. So it opens up different opportunities for art and expression. So that's really awesome that people are.
That's actually what I do.
Using
Yeah.
it.
That's what most people are doing. I also use Photoshop to fix up some stuff in it.
Yeah, like
well,
when you mentioned that you copied and pasted, I was like, yes, exactly, perfect. Because now, like, you're sort of like pushing it beyond just the AI, and you're really getting hands-on in it, which is cool. It's like taking it's like giving the Mona Lisa and someone saying, "Do what you want with it."
Yeah, no, I think it's fun to give your personal touch to it. But there are also sometimes coming pieces out that I think, this is fine. I don't have to do anything about it. But there are also pieces where I think, but this element is really cool. But I also got this variation of it. But I want to combine this with this, and sometimes you're working 2-3 hours on a piece to make it as you like it. And it's good to polish up your Photoshop skills, of course.
Yeah. So if anybody else wants to speak or whatever, everyone's allowed to talk. We love hearing everybody's voice and participating.
Well, I'll say something. Just got some new bear cares. Minted. It's a collection of 5. It's made also with AI art.
Yeah, I seen that on the
Definitely check
blockchain,
that out.
dude. I want one. I gotta get one.
Yeah, I kind of like them too.
yeah, they're very, very cute. And it's I think that is the fun thing about AI art is that you just typically wouldn't draw something that way initially, and or at least you know, it's just
And
it happens so easily and so quickly.
I'm not gonna lie, like I was hating on AI art for a while. I just it takes out the artist. You know what I mean? But it is a whole different world. You know,
It is. Yeah.
I came into it like spiteful, and then yeah, money's in the toilet for sure.
No, it's definitely going to be a tool, another tool that artists use
Yeah,
as part of
it's
their
definitely
creation
addicting. It's
process.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Well,
like
that's
to sort of piggyback on that. So for a long time when I was younger, right, I did graphic design and I did drawing and painting, and I remember like people calling like photography art. I was like, how's that art? Someone just picked up a camera and they took a picture. It's like, how's that art? And then I started doing photography, and I'm like, okay, I get it now. I get it. So it's like one of those things that when you look at it from an outside perspective, you don't really see exactly what goes into the creation process. You're just looking at the final. And what happens is you just deduce it to its like simplistic forms, which detracts from the actual art form. Because typically anything is an art form, right? Like a farmer is an artist. Like you have to learn the art of farming, you know, as much as a carpenter is an artist, you have to figure out the art of carpentry. So with AI, it's as you know, as you guys are experiencing, there's an art to the words, the phrases, and also the post work. So again, I had the same sentiment when I started seeing AI. I'm like, man, I'm sitting here drawing for like a week, and they're doing it in 10 seconds, and then I'm like, but that's just my choice to really do it, you know, that the way I want to do it. So in the end, I don't feel people should be limited in creating art, because art is just that. It's just an art. So you choose what your weapon of choice is, and then you create art.
And there are, like you said, there are so many different kinds of forms of art. So, but it's with AI, I like the cough and the more dark kind of art stuff. But I can't draw or create something like that myself. I tried and it doesn't look good. And with AI, I can come closer to the style that I like for myself better. And if I just start drawing it, I don't even come close to the style I like. And AI gives me the opportunity to get closer to the kind of art that I like for myself.
Exactly. You know, it's like when MTV came around, right? The first song they played was, I think Philly mentioned it recently. Video killed the radio star. So I'm sure everybody in the radio were hating on MTV for music videos, but then it's just what became adopted by the masses. You know, so we're just seeing a transition in artistry, and you know,
I will try to continue to do both, though.
Yeah, there's definitely, even in the time that we've been in the NFT space, we went from really not ever hearing really a word about AI to now it's becoming its own little niche category of NFTs. And I've sort of read more about the artist Beeple, who was very, has very high end NFTs. Like Tyler Winklevoss owns, the CEO of Gemini owns, I think, his first NFT. He's the one who minted all of his Instagram posts. And I was telling Circron, I said, you need to mint your Instagram posts, because that's where I really fell in love with his art, is going through his Instagram posts. And so that's what people did, is he made all this art and he was never selling that art. He was just posting it for his own love of art on Instagram. And a lot of it is, he uses AI and Photoshop. He actually calls himself a graphic designer. So yeah, so without using the word AI, he was essentially doing AI art. So what's up next for you, Sir Crown?
lunch. Definitely lunch is next. But if you're referring to like NFTs and stuff, still just focusing on the final Cronenbergs. Still focusing on the game, and helping out with the WAGMI as much as I can. But my process is sort of painstaking. You know, you've witnessed it a few times. You know, I have the videos on YouTube. Those videos are 20 times the speed. I spend like a minimum of like 8 hours on a design. So it's like, you know, when I hear someone do AI and it's like 30 seconds, it's like, oh, damn it. But, you know, for me, I love drawing. I love designing it. I love the whole hands-on approach. But I think there's 3 more left to design. And then the game can start printing once I work out all the little minor kinks. Yeah, I don't know. You know, I guess whatever pops into my head.
Hi, Raven Rebels. I invited you up to speak if you would like to speak. Thank you for coming out. We were just talking about WAGMI NFT and what we're doing, and other artists have been sharing. Just trying to get more people into Ravencoin NFTs and increase the noise of all the great things that Ravencoin is. And so far, it's working. Circron likes to show me the updates on the website and the hits that we're getting, and it's just really exciting to see people. My goal is to, when you go to a Google search and you type in how to buy an NFT, I want Ravencoin to show up on the first page of a Google search. So when we can get there, I'll be really excited. It's not if, it's when.
Yeah, that's actually, I've been investing a lot of time doing that too on the website. I actually come from a marketing background, and I did a lot of web marketing. So I've been working a lot on SEO for the website. Within the first month, I think we had about 3,000 unique visitors. We're starting to get a lot of pages indexed by Google, and we're starting to get a lot of return traffic. And I'm noticing that the pages with the posts of the artists, for example, like I think it was Inks and SOS page, each respectively had about 6 to 9 minute page time, which means that people were actually on the page reading about the artists. And it wasn't just like 1 or 2, because it was average time. So some people might be there for a minute or 2. Some people might be there for like 8-9 minutes reading the whole article. But we feel that this is all beneficial to the entire community if we can have, 10 minutes of someone's attention learning about Ravencoin, learning about the artists on Ravencoin, and potentially participating in what we're all building together as one.
Yeah, and we have a great video up on there on how to mint an NFT. I tried to use really user-friendly words, just plain, simple words, just about Ravencoin, how to mint NFTs. Sir Chrome made that video. It's embedded in the website. So yeah, it's so far so good. I'm really, really excited about the direction it's going. And what was the other thing I was going to say? It's kind of slipping my mind now, but it'll come back to me. But Raven Rebels, would you like to speak?
Yes, please. Hello, and as always, I join at the very, very end. So I have not heard.
We love your presence.
Thank you very much. I wish I was here earlier, but I, as you say, we have to raise the awareness of Ravencoin, and I don't know if I'm a bit. I shouldn't say that I believe in conspiracies, but for example, if I go to YouTube and I search for Ravencoin, the top hit I get is a 7-month-old video saying the risk of holding Ravencoin. That's the first video I get when I search for Ravencoin on YouTube. And what I mean by that is sometimes it feels like the search engines, if it's Google or Bing, or if it's on YouTube.
Crazy? You want to hear something crazy? I've been trying to link WAGMI to Google AdSense for 2 months. I've had other sites that got accepted within a day on the same account, different website, not related to Ravencoin, but WAGMI website has been denied 3 times AdSense acceptance. It'll sit on getting things started for like a month, and then it'll say it goes against the standards of AdSense. I'll look at the site, we have the traffic, we have the content, and it really does start to feel like a concerted effort by big tech to prevent Ravencoin from growing. And I even have another conspiracy theorist that people call me paranoid about, and I say it all the time publicly. I feel like there are sort of like agents within the Twitter sphere who are constantly like trying to bring down Ravencoin. Like recently I had a downfall with this user called On The Block, and then he came out with another profile. He started like saying that I'm a drug addict and this, that, and the other, and that I'm a cancer to the Ravencoin. So I feel like there's a concerted effort by big tech to censor and do to us what people who speak the truth get,
Yeah. That's worrisome. And
but you can only keep something quiet for so long, and it's we're pushing through, and it's just a matter of time. I feel so confident about that now. So, but it's really bizarre, these sorts of things. It's weird.
So I wonder what will happen in the future. Who knows? But I think that there will be lots of stuff happening. Everything takes a lot longer time than we hope that it will take. So I think it will take some years before we see really, really huge adoption on Ravencoin. But I think that you see it all the time. It's like on Discord nowadays. There's more and more new developers coming in asking very, very relevant questions. Like you see that they are actually building something. That's why they have these questions. And that's nice to see. So I think that more and more will happen within the ecosystem of Ravencoin, and especially like you guys are doing when you're building things on top of Ravencoin to increase the adoption and the utility to really use it for something. I think it has been very minor focused so far. But I think that the focus will shift more towards real content and real adoption and real use. But I think that
we're just trying to show as much utility on the blockchain as possible. You know, like even today, the focus of today is actually Sunny's what we're calling the grab bag. It's a very simple concept. You know, you're buying an NFT listing, and then you're getting 10 in return. So it's like, you know, it's nothing new. You know, it's like it's like a 10 for 1 deal. But we're just showing how you can utilize the blockchain for any creative concept you have, you know.
That's very nice. And I was just, the reason I didn't see that there was a space going on, I've been longing for a new space, Twitch space, was that I'm preparing for my next YouTube video. And what I'm doing is integrating Ravencoin with something called Web3.storage. And I think Web3.storage, that site, the guys behind that site is the guys behind Filecoin and IPFS. And it seems it's still not easy to use, and it's kind of slow, but it will make it possible to, as you know, with the IPFS is immutable, an IPFS link can be something that you cannot change afterwards. And then I guess you know that there's something called IPNS, which means that you can have something on IPFS that you can update. So it will then be possible to create solutions where you, for example, you scan the blockchain regularly for a certain asset or all NFTs that are minted under this main asset, and if something changes, some new token is created or a token change owner, then you can upload that information to IPNS since it's updatable. And then you could have websites that lists, for example, all the owners, or lists information about all the assets in a very, very simple way. So I really believe in IPNS, you know, like a DNS record for IPFS. So I hope I will get a video out tomorrow on that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I can't wait for the video. I just wanted to ask a quick question. So the IPNS would be more of like a reflection of what's happening on the IPFS, whereas the IPFS is the immutable area of file storage.
Yes, that's what that is what my knowledge is telling me, that an IPFS link is immutable. It cannot change. It uniquely identifies a certain content. But if you want to have like a website, then you want to be able to update your website. Like if you have a list of your top, let's say you have an auction and you want to update when new bids come in, then you can't use just IPFS, because that will just be one snapshot of time, right? So in that case, you need to update it. So everything like the Ethereum people are doing, when you have unstoppable domains and you connect domains to websites, they usually publish the websites on, they want to use IPNS so that they can update the content. Yes, so the short answer should be yes, IPFS is unique and IPNS is not unique.
So that will be able to be integrated in with Ravencoin.
Yeah, it's very nice to use, because since it's decentralized, so it's very easy. You write like 20 lines of code and you say that once a minute you check the blockchain to see who owns these assets, and if something is changed, I upload it to the IPFS network, and I use IPNS so that I can link my website to that address. So it's so I think it's used a lot, primarily in the blockchain industry, because we are super duper mega good at static things that never changes, but we also need some stuff that is dynamic, that can change over time, like a top list or a list of bids or something, and then we don't need. Yep.
It's actually amazing because I was thinking about hosting a website on IPFS. And I was like, man, if I accidentally leave a comma in the header section of a PHP code, that's it. My website don't work no more. That's it. I uploaded a dead website. But if I can, let's say, for example, have, let's say, the images on IPFS and then have the files on the IPNS, then I can constantly manipulate the IPNS, but still have the photos linked on IPFS.
Yes.
Perfect. Love
yes,
it.
you can do that. So I'm working hard to get this working, and it's nice to see that Web3.storage is for the moment completely free. So, but I just have to understand how it works so I can create a video about it. I totally love the Mango Farms IPFS solution. I totally love it, but as far as I know, I must interact with it as a human. I can't program against it, so to say. I cannot programmatically add stuff to Mango Farms IPFS solution, I think.
So the way I understand it is they're kind of just a web interface that communicates with a node that communicates with the blockchain. So even though no one really handles it, it's sort of like, it's difficult to use it as your own personal node because they probably have, their own server port information and stuff like that. It's different than like an open node that I watched a video of yours when I was learning and still trying to learn Node.js, and then you linked one of the servers off of the Electrum wallet, I think it was, and those are like open port node servers, but obviously they're gonna have a closed loop,
Yes, they probably have a closed node. But so as far as I know, I cannot write JavaScript code that pushes content to Mango Farms IPFS solution. I think it would be great in the future if they could have that. So
I've been experimenting with learning PHP node communication.
Nice.
I'm still trying to get the logic, but there is a way to use the HTTP headers to send PHP information to the Node.js server, and then have the Node.js server communicate with the Ravencoin node, and then revert back the opposite direction. So you could theoretically have, the page communicating with the server. It's still like all logic in my head, and I got to figure it out. And then there's the code.
No, yeah, absolutely. You can set up like a middleman, like something with Node, but you can also go directly, I think, from PHP to Raven. Depends on where you serve, where your PHP code is running.
Really?
So, yeah. But what I'm looking for, what I was building right now was just that I want a little script that is asking my wallet on my Windows machine, and it says it will list all my assets, so I get all my NFTs and tokens, and it lists my balance. And if I can just upload this information to IPNS with my balance and my tokens, and if anything happens, I will update it on IPNS. Then I can write a very, very simple like a wallet viewer that can show my wallet. It will not let me send stuff, but at least I can view everything. So that would create a very, very simple, lightweight web wallet for Ravencoin that you connect to your own Ravencoin core wallet. I love the Windows Ravencoin wallet, but I mean, if I'm out on the town, I want to see my current balance, and I would like to see all my assets, even if I'm away from home, so to say.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. I appreciate the hard work you're doing. Yeah, definitely. Definitely let us know when you got that video up. We'll put it on the WAGMINFT website.
Didn't you just post a video today?
Yes, I posted a video today as well. Yes, that's true.
And that's on the
true.
YouTube?
Yep, it's on YouTube. I posted it's on so you can go to youtube.com/c/Raven Rebels. That's the channel, and you can find it there. And that's because when people, I shouldn't be so technical, but all the tens of millions of JavaScript developers are using something called npm. That's a site that hosts utility packages for developers. So I have now posted 3 packages for for Ravencoin, and I will post more of them this summer. So I will make it. I want it to be as easy as possible for developers to interact with Ravencoin. I love it if it's like
beautiful.
15 lines of code or something.
So all the include packages, like I could do like node / npm and the name of your library.
Yes, exactly. You just type like npm install Raven Rebels Ravencoin RPC, and then you get everything you need to communicate with your local.
I feel safe saying this publicly. I love you, man.
Thank you very much. I love you too. And then tomorrow, and we will also make a new video for. We have some code that helps you if you have your 12 words, and we can generate all the addresses as well, so it's easier to build the wallets. So, but sorry, I shouldn't.
I think
take
Morgan
so
wants
much
to speak.
space.
I think I see your hand up.
Yeah, hi Raven Rebels. It's good to hear you. It's good to hear you again. But next time when you drop a YouTube clip, add it to WhatsApp-Raven.com, please, and then we get some more traction and more eyes on your YouTube clips.
Yes, good tip. Thank you. Yes.
Well, Sonny, it looks like we're nearing that hour mark. Do you want to take the floor and introduce again your grab bag idea?
Sure. Thank you.
Statements?
Yes. Yeah, we have the grab bag going, and that's just part of just another arm of what WAGMINFT is trying to accomplish, and that is to, get the word of Ravencoin NFTs and Ravencoin in general out above and beyond where our existing reach is. So the grab bag is just a part of that. It has a foul punk, it has a BAFC in there, along with 10 other NFTs. And of course, the foul punk is just one of 300. It's one of the OG projects on Ravencoin, on the Ravencoin NFT blockchain. So, I think that's going to be, I haven't set the price yet, but we're going to price it so that it's very attractive, because you're not going to know which foul punk you're going to get. You're not going to know which BAFC you're going to get. So there's a mystery in there. There's a game. And the point is that if the user wants, if the new buyer wants, they could easily resell that item, so that we could, I do have a lot of foul punks, and it's important to, to not keep them all in one wallet. So I want to share them. Anyway, that's all that I have. I'm just really excited about the direction that WAGMINFT is going, and encourage you all to post a comment on any of the artists that have a post up, because that also increases not only traction to that artist that you want to draw attention to, but to Ravencoin NFTs in general, because of what Sir Crone indicated, how he pays so much attention to the SEO, and it's driving traffic to Ravencoin. So that's all I have. Just thank you all so much for coming out. And thank you to Sir Crone for all the hard work you're doing on the back end on the website, and your ideas and your creativity. You're just an endless resource, and I really appreciate it. I would not be able to do this without you. So shout out to you.
A very short question just before we leave. Where can we see this offering? If we go to wagminft.net, can we find it?
Yes, I have it actually pinned. It's in the pinned tweet here. And if you follow that link, it'll take you right to the listing. And it's not officially posted yet, but we will do that later on today. But you can go to the website and see everything that's going on. I would encourage you actually to make an account. And then anything that you want to have profiled on the website, I'm really doing it as first come, first serve. If you want to have something written about a project, send me a DM. Give me some points that you would like me to write about, because it helps you, it helps Ravencoin, and it helps everyone, and I'm happy to do it. So yes, set up a profile if you can. So with that, should we wrap it up here in the end? Sir Crone, you want to lead us out?
I think you did a great job. Just want to say thank you to everyone who came. Again, this is just a chill wake up WAGMI Monday, just hang out like what happened today. We discuss ideas, see how we can help each other in growing Ravencoin, and I appreciate everyone who's part of the community. And let's just all have fun and grow together.